Alright, let's do the STEM, Math 1314, Kelly Math Rules 40 questions. 060620. Alright, use synthetic division to solve this. When you use synthetic division, that means that last over the first, there they are, last over the first, all the possible factors this over this, plus or minus 9, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 1, 2, 4, 8. All these are the possible fractions that might were rational numbers. 9 over 1, 3 over 1, that. 9 over 2, 3 over 2, 1 over 2. 9 over 4, 3 over 4, 1 over 4. 9 over 8, 3 over 8, 1 over 8. So all possible numbers right there. We're going to try x equals 3. I'm just getting lucky, I guess. Put 3 in there. Synthetic division means write the numbers. 1 minus 22 minus 9. Bring the 8 down. 3 times 8, 24. 24 1, 25. 3 times 25, 75. Those two numbers is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. Remainder 0 means that's an answer. Keep using synthetic division. Let's try negative 3 now. So 8 down here. Negative 3 times 8, negative 24. 25 minus 24 is 1. Negative 3 times that is negative 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. So now we have 8x plus 1 equals 0. 8x minus, plus 1 minus 1, minus 1. These cancel. 8x is negative 1, divide by 8, divide by 8. X is negative 1/8. So we have 3, we have negative 3, and we have negative 1/8 as the answers right there. And notice these canceled right there. Okay? Alright, next question. We have, find the distance between the given points. So the distance between these 2 points right here, negative 5, 2, and 3, 1, is, there's 3, 1, there's negative 5, 2. This is formula right there. So x1 is 3, put it in there. X2 is negative 5, put it in there. Y1 is 1, Y2 is 2, put them in there. So negative is positive, 3 and 5 is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 1 minus 2 is going to be 1 minus 2 is a negative 1. Negative 1 to negative 1 is a positive 1. 64 and 1 is 65. To use your calculator, you can use this number, or you can round it up to 8.06. Find the midpoint. Well, find the midpoint of the line segment joining the 2 points. There. So midpoint is this formula right here. So x1, put it in there. x2, put it in there. y1 and y2, put them in there. So 3 plus 5 is 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 over 2 is 4. Negative 4 plus 6 is going to be 2. 2 over 2 is a 1. So 4, 1 is the midpoint. Graph this. This is an equation of a circle. So let's complete the square. Take half of this number squared and take half of this number squared. Add it to both sides. Add it there and add it right there. First thing I did rewrite, put the 11 over there, put the x and the y together. So now half the number square, half the number square, both sides. Half of this is negative 1, half of this is negative 2. Negative 1 is 1. Negative 2 is 4. 1 and 4 there. Put these together, 16. So now x squared minus 2x plus 1, y squared minus 4y minus plus 4. This is x minus 1 is that one. X squared minus 1x minus 1 is 2x. That's that. Y times y is y squared. Negative 2 and negative 2, negative 4. Negative to negative is a positive. So now this is x minus 1 squared, y minus 2 squared. The center is the opposite of these numbers. So it's going to be 1 and 2 is the center of the circle. Radius is square root of this number, which is 4. Now, you can use a graphing calculator too to find let x equal 0 to find the y-intercept in here, and let y equal 0 to find the x-intercept in here. And once you do that, you're going to find the center is 1, 2. Radius is 4. These are all 4s. And to find these points right here, you just put those in there. You're going to get this one, and then the other ones are right there. Put in those numbers in. Number 5, find the domain of this radical function. Domain of this is going to be whatever is inside ax plus b bigger than or equal to 0. So set 2 minus 6 bigger than or equal to 0. Add 6 x 6. 2x is bigger than or equal to 6. Divide by 2, divide by 2. X is greater than or equal to 3, or including 3, or including 3 to infinity. So now, lots of stuff. 6a. F of x, g of x, add f plus g of x. So f of x plus g of x is this one plus this. Plus there, just take off the parentheses. Add the x and the x is 12x. Add the number is negative 2. Domain is negative infinity to infinity for this. F minus g of x is f of x minus g of x. This one minus that one. So the minus affects this, the minus affects that one. So we have this one and this one, negative 2x. This one and this is 6. And the domain is going to be negative infinity to infinity. Alright, next one. F times g of x. So this one times this one. So 5 times that is 35x squared. That times that is negative 20. That times that is 14. And that one times that one, negative 8. Put these together in the middle, we have 35x squared minus 6x minus 8. And domain is negative infinity to infinity again. F over g of x means 5x plus 2 over 7x minus 4 from there. And the only thing that we need to concern is this bottom part. If the denominator at the bottom is equal to 0, it doesn't work. So domain is this, set it equal to that, add 4, 7x is 4, divided by 7 by 7. So that tells me that x is never going to be 4 sevenths. So domain is this is what? X is never going to be 4 sevenths for that. 6e. F plus g of x is this, from we got it from before. So now what happens if you put a 3 in there? So 12 times 3 is 36, plus that, 34. F minus g of x is this one. What happens when you put a 4 in there? Negative 2 times 4, negative 8, plus that is going to be negative 2. F times g of x is this one. So now we're going to put in 2. 2 there, 2 there. 2 times 2 is 4. And 4 times that is 140. And 2 times this number is a negative 12. Bring the negative 8 down. So now 140 minus that, 128 minus 8 is a 120. F over g of x is this. Put a number 1. 5 times 1, 7 times 1. 5 plus 2, 7 minus that. 7 over 3. That's all we can do. F of x is this, and h is not equal to 0. F of x plus h minus f of x over h, difference quotient. So x plus h squared, x plus h right there. So now we have this one minus this one on top. So now x plus h squared means 2 of them. Minus 2 times that, minus 2x, minus 2 times that, minus 2h, plus 5. And this minus right here is going to affect all these. So negative of that is negative, negative, negative is positive, and negative of positive is negative. Now x plus h is going to be x squared plus 1xh plus 1xh plus h squared minus 2x minus 2h plus 5 and all this. X squared, well, 1xh, 1 is 2xh, but now x squared cancels x squared. And what else do we have? And we have 2x minus 2x is gone, 5 minus 5 is gone, so leftovers are 2xh, h squared minus 2h. Now break them into 3 fractions. This one divides it 2x, this one divides it h, and this one divides it just minus 2. So the answer is 2x plus the h minus the 2. That's it. That's what's left. Alright, here's a graph. And the questions are, this is a graph of a function. If you hit up and down lines like this, you're going to hit it once, once, once. Yes, it's a function. Yes, it is a function. Domain, from the left to the right. How far does this graph go? Keeps going that way, that way. So negative infinity to infinity, left and right, it just goes on. Now the next part. Range, the bottom to the top, goes from infinity to right there. That's going to be 10. So it goes from negative infinity to 10, stops right there, bottom and top. X-intercepts, negative 15 is 0, 15 is 0. Y-intercept is going to be 0 and 10. And the graph is symmetric with respect to the y-axis. Yeah, see right there? Half is there right there on the y-axis. Big old W, huh? Like your favorite hamburger place, huh? Alright, this one. X-intercepts. Negative 2 is 0. 1 is 0 right there. X-intercepts. Y-intercept. 0, not 1. There it is. Domain, left and right. It goes to negative 3 to positive 3. That's it. Sticks in there. So negative 3 to 3, left and right, domain. Range, from the bottom to the top, bottom to the top. So the bottom, it goes to 0 and then up to 3. 0 to 3 is the range. Increasing from negative 2 to 0. From here to here, it's going up. And then from 1 to 3. From 1 to 3, it's going up, 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 increasing. Decreasing. from -3 to -2. From -3 to -2, down. And from 0 to 1, it's going down. So down, down. So now, this graph is not constant anywhere. So it's down, up, up, down, up. So it's neither even nor odd. The graph of this f(x) 3 plus x, that one, f(x) equals x squared if x is greater than or equals 0. So now, this is what we're going to get. So one way to do this, and let's do that. Can we use a graphing calculator? Sure. Let's do that. Let's put some numbers in here. Let's put what do we need to have? A -12, a 12, a -10 and 10. Okay, so let's put these numbers in here. Alright. So what we'll do is get a calculator. Hopefully you can see this in the shiny light here. We're going to go Windows. It says -12, -12, -10, 10. Yeah, that's okay. And the first equation is y1 equals 3 plus x. So y1 equals 3 plus x, division symbol. And the limits are x, and second math gives us the logic, which is less than is going to be right there, and 0. So now 3 plus x, and x is less than 0, graph this part. Okay, so we got some of the graph, this part right here. So now, the second part, y2. Let's go to y2. We have x squared, division symbol, x, math, second math, logic, greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to is right there, and 0. Close it, hit graph on that one. So, first part, second part, the open, closed. Using your TI, and you can do trace. It'll get you spots on there, and you can move around to find other spots in there. Okay. Now, goes from there to there. -3, 0. There's the intercept. 0, 0. There's 1, and then it goes up. So now, window we did it. We did y1, y2. So we do have all the numbers we need. The x-intercept, and this is a y-intercept also. This one's closed. This one's closed. Open. Alright, a little bit harder. Don't need a calculator, but here's the original problem. So what happens when it's f of x plus 3? It means the graph goes up 3 spaces. What happens when we have x plus 5? It means it goes to the left, -5. This graph goes to the left. Negative f of x is this one here. That's original, that's a new one. This one, f of x plus 2 minus 1, what's going to happen? It's going to shift to the left, and it's going to go down 1 space. Left and down. It's going to be this one. The other two, 1/2 of this is going to shrink it down. The original is going to squeeze it down this way. And negative f of x is going to turn it around. So it's going to go like this. Okay, this negative f of negative. And then f of 2x is just going to squeeze it this way. Okay, so those you don't need calculators, you have to kind of look and observe. Okay, all right, let's go next one. F of x equals absolute value of x plus 5 minus 4. All right. So if you put it in the calculator, let's do that on the calculator. It's easier. Okay. And let me get my machine out. All right, here we go. So let's put in absolute value. So y equals math, number, abs of x plus 5, outside -4, enter, and hit graph. Is that the one? Yep, right there. You can use trace again to find points in there. See, like you found right there, 0, 1, so on. You can move it around, get other points if you want to. Okay, so now we know the graph on the machine. Now, over here. This is the graph. We know it's going to go from here to here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces this way. So this is a triangle. So the area of this bounded area, and there's some points for the graph. But how do you find the area of this? Well, it's every triangle is going to have base height. The base is 8. 4, 8 times 4, 32. 32 over 2 is 16. The area is 16. Find the zeros, if any, of the quadratic function using quadratic formula. All right, for you write this, ABC, put the numbers in there. In the formula, put these numbers in parentheses. That's going to be negative 20. 20 is 400, and this is 352, 48. Now 48, I don't know what that is, so I went ahead and broke it down right here. 48. So 2 goes there, 2 goes there, 2 goes there, 3. 48 is 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3, or 16 times 3. So this 16 times 3 replaces this. And square root of 16 is 4. Square root of 3, leave it alone. Take a 4 times that, factor it. 4 times 4 in the bottom. These cancel. So you have negative 5 plus or minus 1 square root of 3. Negative 5 plus or minus square root of 3 over 4. Negative 5 plus square root of 3 over 4. Negative 5 minus square root of 3 over 4. Graph. Again, you can use a calculator if you want to. In fact, that's what we're going to do. Just because. So we're going to, okay, let's set our windows first. All right, negative 12 and 12 and negative 20 and 20. So now y is going to be x squared minus 8x. Enter. Is it ready? I think it is. Ah, there it is. We got it. On that side, you can do a trace, and you can get 0, 0 is a spot, so on, and you can get more stuff. Keep going this way, get another point, vertex maybe. Keep going that way, and you'll get another spot, like somewhere in there, close to 8, 8, 0. Okay. All right. Another graph. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get our machine again. So Windows, negative 12, 12, 20, 20. Good. So now let's go y. X squared minus 4x. X squared minus 4x minus 12. Enter. Hit graph. Alright, we got it. So now, looks like this. So now, you can do a trace, I said. It'll give you some numbers here. Like 0 minus 12, right there. And you can move it to the right. And you can move it up. And get you other points in there. Okay? Alright, so now, graph looks like this. Negative 2, 0, x-intercept. 6, 0 is x-intercept. 0 minus 12, y-intercept. Vertex is 2 and minus 16. Using your calculator. Graphing calculator. Oh, another graph. That's okay. Let's use it. What is the domain? Okay, let's do the windows first. Windows. That's 12, 12. Minus 10 and 10. And hit y. What is y this time? Little minus sign. 2x squared. Plus 2x. Big minus sign. 2. It's ready. Go. And there it goes. It's right there underneath. Again, you can use trace. It says 0 minus 2 is a spot. Yes. And you can go up here. You'll get other numbers. Like right there, 0.5, which is a half. Is negative 1.5 or 3 halves. Keep going to the right a little bit. You're going to get that at 1. It's about a negative 2 right there. Anyway, there's more points, but that's all you need. You don't need anything else. Vertex, right here, the max, 1/2 and negative 3 halves. Find the vertical, horizontal, oblique. Find the vertical, set the bottom equal to 0. So bottom equal to 0. The bottom equals 0. This one. So now, minus 12 minus 12, x equals negative 12, that's the vertical. Ask them to put this. Find the horizontal. Look at the highest power on top. highest power on the bottom, that's 5x and 1x. Cancel this out, x cancel out, 5. So y equals 5 is the horizontal asymptote. Since the highest power on top, and it's the same as the highest power on the bottom, remember, 5x, 1x. Let me show you that again just in case. They're the same power, 5x, 1x, power 1 power. Then, what does that mean? Then there is no oblique. Part A. F of g of x. F of g of x, that means put this one there, or put this one inside, right there. 8 times 8x is 64x plus 5, and that's it, we're done. Domain is negative infinity to infinity. So now we have g of f of x. It means that this one goes in there. So 8x plus 5 in there, 8 times that, 8 times 8, 64, 8 times that is 40, so 64x plus 40. So that means that, and the domain is negative infinity to infinity. F of f, f circle f, you have composite. So f of x is this one, goes inside itself. So 8x plus 5, 8 times 8x plus 5 plus 5, 8 times that, 8 times that, so we have 64 plus 45. 64x plus 45, that's it. Negative infinity to infinity is the domain. G circle G, G composite of G. G of x is 8x, goes inside itself. So 8x, 8 times 8x is 64x. So the domain, negative infinity to infinity. The function is 1 to 1, that means it has an inverse. So to find the inverse, you go y equals this. Switch the letters, x and y are switched. Now solve for the y. So you can go minus 3 minus 3, x minus 3 equals 6y, divided by 6, divided by 6, so x minus 3 over 6 equals y, or y equals x minus 3 over 6. So this is the inverse, f inverse of x is x minus 3 over 6. So now, on the next page, we're going to go ahead and graph all these guys. So we're going to graph the original problem, 6x plus 3. We're going to graph y equals x, this one here, and the inverse, which was x minus 3 divided by 6, or f inverse is x minus 3 divided by 6, co-parentheses to keep it together, it's this one right here. Okay, see the 2 points. Domain is negative infinity, infinity. The range is negative infinity for all of them. Solve this exponential function. So rewrite 64, break it, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 64 is 2, 2, 2, 2, or 2 to the 6. And 128, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 7 of those, so 2 to the 7. So 64, 128. So 2 to the 6, 2 to the 7, rewrite it, multiply these numbers. That turns out negative 6x, that turns out 156, 7x. And then 2's are matching base, so get rid of it. So then you have negative 6x plus 156 is that. Subtract 156, 156, these are gone. So negative 6x equals 7x minus 156, minus 7x, minus 7x, these are gone. Minus 13x equals negative 156, divided by negative 13, divided by negative 13, this is gone. And this is going to be what? Just a 12. These are gone. So we have what? Just 12. If a single pane of glass obliterates 1%, every time you hit the light, 1% is gone. Of the light passing through it, the percent P of light that passes n successive times is given approximately by this function below. So P of n equals 100 times 0.99 to n. So can we put the number in there? Yes, and the answer I'm going to put, let me change this, it's a 5. There we go. So we put 5 in there, what's going to happen? We're going to get 100 times 0.99 to the 5 power. Put this in your calculator if you want. And get my machine out. And let's see, it's going to be 100 parentheses 0.99 to the power of 5 is 95.0, no, all these other numbers. Or you can just round it out to 95. Same thing for this one. You can put it in there. You can go back in there. Let's put a 20 now and enter. We're getting 81.79, all these other numbers, which is the same thing as 82. Close enough, round it. Percentage of patients P who survive 2 years after initial diagnosis of a certain disease is modeled by the function. This right here. After 1 year, what happens to the patient? How many are there? So 1, put a 1 in there, use your calculator again, you're going to get 50. P of 3, put these numbers in your calculator again, and you're going to get what? 12.5. The function can be used to determine the number of milligrams D of a certain drug that is in the patient's bloodstream 8 hours after the drug has been administered. How many milligrams will be there after 1 hour, after 5 hours? So D of 1, put it in there, and then do it in the calculator. Yes, of course. Let's do that. We're going to have 5 second ln, get the little n, ln function. E to the power is going to be negative 0.11 times 1 times 1. Close it. Enter. We ended up with 4.79. This number, rounded off. Second number, it says to the 5 power, to the 5. So go back here, put a 5 in there now. Get out of there. Is it ready? Yes. That's going to be 2.8847. Just round it off to 2.88. Okay. The domain of a log, it says whatever's inside here said bigger than 0 only. See, greater than 0, no equals. So x plus 4 greater than 0, minus minus, so x is greater than negative 4 only. It's right there. Don't include it. Don't include it. Negative 4 infinity, negative 4 infinity, bigger than negative 4. Solve this. So b to the x is this little wax on, wax off kind of formula. So 2 to the 4 is this. 2 is 16. 4x plus 5 minus 5 minus 5. This is 11 equals 4x. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So 11 over 4 is x. Formula used to find the number of milligrams D of a certain drug that is in the patient's bloodstream 8 hours after the drug has been administered. When the number of milligrams reaches 3, the drug is to be administered again. What is the time between injections? You start with 20, and you want to get to 3. So ln of a to the n is n ln of a. So we start here, divide by 20, 0.15 equals this. So now we're going to take the ln of both sides. There it is. So ln of this, this number goes to the front. Ln of 0.15, leave it alone. And ln of e is 1. 1 times that is this. So now divide both sides by negative 0.6, negative 0.6. These are gone. So we have this number. Or we have this number. And can you do it in the calculator? Yes, of course you can. This part. ln of 0.15, close it, divided by negative 0.6, enter. So we do it in the machine, we're going to get this numbers right here. Or round it. Write the expression as a sum or difference of logarithm. So you have a over b. Log of a over b is a minus b. Log of a times b is a plus b. Log of a to the power is power and log of a. We have our division, so to make it log of the top minus log of the bottom. So now we have multiplication. Log of a, the first, plus log of the second one, copy the other one. Now this is done, this is done. Now this one, the 15 power in the front, bring it to where? To the front. Log of x plus log of x plus 7 minus 15, log of x plus 5. Solve the logarithmic equation. So log of this and this, that means we can put these together because it's log of a, log of b, put it back together from the other formula. So now we have this number, because if it's log, it's base 10. To this power is this. So 10 to the 2 is this. 100 equals x squared minus 48. Bring this to the other side. X. And this, maybe all possible answers, we say it's 250. So x and x squared. And that times that, negative 100. And then negative 50 and the 2 is negative 48. Yes. X plus 2 equals 0. Minus 2 minus 2. These are gone. So x is negative 2. Plus 50, x equals 50. So we have negative 2 and we have 50. And I'll tell you why I have the little crossed out section here. Check the numbers. Do they work? I don't know. Let's find out. So log x is this. Try the negative 2. Log of negative 2. Uh-oh. Log of negative. You can't have negative inside for the logs. So this is bad. This is bad. Throw it away. How about the 50? Log of 50. Log of 50 minus 48. 50 minus 48 is log 2. Log of 50 and log of positive 2. Good, good. Yes. So the answer is only the 50. Solve this equation. Two ways. Method 1. Rewrite it. 81 is 3333, or 81 is 333, or 81 is 3 to the 4. 3 to the 4 is this one. So 3's are matching. Get rid of them. X minus 3 is 4. Add 3, so x must be 7. Or, let's do another way. Log of a to the n is n log of a, right? So this one, take the log, take the log. This power goes in front. Stay there, stay there. Divide by ln of 3, ln of 3. These are gone. This is still there. So now, x minus 3 equals that. Add 3, add 3. These are gone. So x equals, all this in your calculator gives you a 7.0000. So let me just do it in a calculator. ln of 81 divided by ln of 3 and plus 3. And that's going to give you 7. Okay. Find the amount results from a given investment. So you have $700 invested 11% compounded quarterly after a period of 4 years. Here's the formula for compounding. P is 700, R is 11% or 0.11, N is 4 quarterly, T is 4 years. Put the numbers in there, and 4 times 4 is 16. So we have 700 times this to the 16th power. You can put this in the calculator and run it. In fact, I'll just do that right now. Let's go 700 parentheses 1 plus 0.11 divided by 4 to the power of 16. Let's see, hopefully my numbers are right. I got 1080.456 other numbers. Yes. Alright, so now, or you can round it off to this. How many is it going to take for an investment of 30,000 becomes 40,000 if it's 13% compounded continuously? Compounded continuously is this formula. So 30,000 we can 45,000. How long? So put the numbers in. We know the percent. Divide by 30,000. Divide by 37. That's 1.5. E to the 0.13. Now take ln. And we know the ln of this always goes to the front. So let me just write that for me here. ln of a to the n equals n ln of a. And ln of e always equals 1 also. Another formula to think about this. Okay, so now 0.13 goes in front. Ln of e we just said is a 1. The power goes in front. So ln of 1.5 equals 13t. So we have ln of this equals that. Divided by 13. Divided by 14 is going to be that. Can we do that in the calculator? Sure. This is what we have. Ln of 1.5 divided by 0.13 is 31189. There it is, same thing. Close enough. So, or round it off. Population of mosquitoes is obeys the law of uninhibited growth. If n is the population of the colony and t is the time in days, express n as a function of t. Consider n0 as the original amount and t equals 0 and k is not equal to 0 as a constant. That represents the growth rate. So this is the formula. N of t equals n0, original, e to the kt. So now, using that, population of the colony of mosquitoes obeys the laws of uninhibited growth. If there are 1,000 mosquitoes right now, initially, and there were 1,300 after 1 day only, how much will be there in 2 days?